Welcome back to Gruesome Magazine. Tonight we're reviewing Killer Whale, which is available digital download on May 18th. Yeah.
Gruesome Magazine.
I am your host, Doc Rodden, and with me tonight is Paul Cardulo. How are you doing, sir?
Doing well, Doc. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
All right, we are here to review Killer Whale. We're going to start off by giving you our initial reaction, and then we're going to discuss the film a little bit, and then we'll wrap things up with our score, a 1 to 5 or 1 to 5 even. And we'll start off by taking a look at just going over who did all this nonsense. All right, Killer Whale, it's feeding time. Directed by Jo-Anne Brechin, written by Katharine McPhee, and the cast includes Virginia Gardner, Melanie Jarnson, and Mitchell Hope. The synopsis: Killer Whale is a gripping survival thriller centered around best friends Trish and Maddie, who find themselves locked in a deadly face-off against the ocean's apex predator, the orca. With a dark cloud in the past hanging over them, will they make it out alive or become part of the food chain? There's a lot going on there. Paul, what was your first reaction to Killer Whale?
I wanted to like this.
You did.
Yeah. It was just I mean, we talked, it's messy. I mean, in terms of some things didn't make sense that should have sort of been worked a little bit more on script wise. Leaned very heavy into the drama, which we can talk about later. There's a comparison to another film, but that I think did that better. And then the end just angered me.
You were verbally loud and you were angry.
I'm just like, I was. Towards the end, it really annoyed me. So I wanted to like it more, but I just, How did you feel?
I mean this seriously, but it's so much fun to watch a movie and the person next to you is like cussing at the film. It's it's a blast. I like that a little better than you. I agree with the ending. The ending was a little, like seriously. But I think I was enjoying the setup a little more than you. But yeah, it most certainly had your head, scratching your head. It's like, okay, they had a line or two in there that explained it, but it still didn't make a lot of sense what the actual F is going on. But putting all that aside, you basically have your two people trapped in an area with a killer whale. I mean, that's what the film wants to do. And then the two people, have to work out some differences and try to stay alive. The third person does not. Spoiler. The rest of them will be spoiler free, but you kind of know that's going to happen. It's not a surprise. But let's get into discussing the film.
Yeah.
First, let's talk about the setup and what bothered us.
Well, you're basically trying to get these characters trapped in this atoll, which is basically like a ring island type thing, where there's a central lagoon. You're trying to get them trapped in there with the orca. I mean, that's going to be that's the base. Your initial setup is how to get that there. The way the orca gets there, it doesn't make sense, especially timing wise and logic wise and all that. And I'm willing to forgive that actually, but it was not in the face of everything else. It was so messy. It was like you said, there was like a line and we're like, wait, did he say that? I guess that's how it got there. I mean, we know why kind of, but we don't know. I mean, and the timing wise, it was like the very next day. Never mentioned
it felt like it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a super tiny atoll. I mean, but I'm okay with that. I mean, I can give you that there's some weird little unnamed atoll that's tiny, but the way this orca was just sort of placed there didn't make sense to me. What do you think?
Yeah, you had to give it that because it was kind of kind of BS. But once you got past that, things started going along. The actors were great. Virginia Gardner and Mel Jarson, who are the leads. You basically spend 90% of the film with just them. And then of course Virginia Gardner was in a similar film where two girls are trapped, and that was Fall a couple years back.
Oh yeah, which
I
think that's the thing, and it suffers by comparison, I think.
And it's hard not to. It's hard not to
Right.
compare because of the actress and two girls trapped in some similarities.
Well, trapped in a very small space, precarious. They're going to be stuck there a long time. Food, water running out. They don't know how to get notification. How to get to safety, let alone notified somebody. And then there are interpersonal conflicts, and so by comparison, it suffers from that comparison because I think. And I'm fine with the interpersonal conflicts, the drama being there, right? I mean, that's sort of the idea of it, right? It's really this character piece where the danger is there to force these two people together to confront whatever issues they have. I think Fall did it a lot better. And I know it's a little unfair to this film, but that's how it felt to me.
Yeah, and right. The title character unfortunately takes a backseat to the drama. And it does have a little bit of it's hard not to think of The Shallows.
Yes,
as well.
Exactly, that as well.
And yes, unfortunately, if you've seen those films, it does suffer by comparison. I tried my best not to. It's hard not to. But I mean, it had a lot going for it. There were some great shots with the killer whale coming at him, because this killer whale had the curved fin. So there was some great shots where the focus was in the curl of the fin.
Oh yeah. So you're looking it through. There was some nicely done stuff there. I mean, and they definitely had a more limited budget because you could kind of see sometimes the compositing wasn't the greatest in terms of the process shots and things like this, but they did a good job with it, and I was willing to give them that. Right, I was willing to go along with that and go, but
and there's some gore, there's blood, there's a real fun scene where they have to get a flashlight off of some person. Part of a person, which was a lot of fun, and of course they suffer injuries on the rock and they have to deal with that, and there's
that is one of those I don't want to look at this because it's too realistic in terms of this is the mind, I don't mind any sort of nasty dismemberment, but the little your foot.
I know some of the things some of the stranger things get you, right? So it has a lot going for it, and I think enjoying the film will depend on how much BS you call on the last 10 minutes. Right?
Well, because you have these characters that were pretty smart, and then really dumb move by one particular one. Not the. I mean, more. Yeah, it was just I want.
Yeah. I mean, it's there was. It's hard to say what it is without spoiling it.
Spoilers,
it was I mean, they did that. Her move was just to serve the story, not the character, and that you can always tell. You can always tell when it's serving the story and not the character.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones where I know you shouldn't write other people's films for them, right? But there's if you just did this one little thing and had this been how it was resolved, it would have been that much stronger and wouldn't have pissed me off. The final resolution of it pissed me off because it seemed to go against, it's the character's arc. No, it seemed to go against the character to me of what they would do and how they did it. It was and that's all you did. That was,
Yeah, it was a little frustrating, but the film looks great. It's shot great, and like you said, us as critics, we look for these certain aspects of a film that I think most audiences won't notice.
Right.
And they're subtle. They're very subtle. I wouldn't. It's not a fault. It's just I noticed because
Oh yeah, I mean,
I see so many films.
Yeah. But it also kind of gives you credit. You're like, I'm giving you credit because obviously you're not. This isn't an Avengers style budget, right?
Right.
And you're making an effective story, and it doesn't detract from the part of the story you're trying to tell, because it is about, you have these characters that are isolated, and they do a good job, like camera wise and such. You don't feel like it's stagey. I mean, they do a lot of nice camera movements, different angles. So even though you've got your this very limited location, eventually you can still, you feel that limited location, but you can also feel like there's movement, like you're in a real
They're
location.
not restricted within that. Yeah, because some of the
Right.
shots. Yeah, and there's a lot of great water shots too, which is very important. I think we were talking about that at first. With some of the water shots. Yeah, I mean, the film does have a lot going for it, and I think a lot of people will enjoy this film more than we're about to score. But so with that, let's go ahead and move into our score. 1 to 5. 1 to 5. 5 being the best. Paul.
Well, like I said, I mean, there are definitely elements that are well done, and when the title character is there, they do a good job with it. I mean, it looks pretty good for the most part for like a lower budget film. They do a nice job with it. It feels real. It feels like there's danger there. The problem is it's just not there enough. Which again, I'm fine with the character drama. That part just didn't gel for me as much. And then of course the ending just really, like I said, I was a tad miffed at the ending. So I'm gonna probably knock it down just a little bit. But I'm gonna give it like a 2.75.
Okay.
Well, I mean, because I think there are going to be people
who you're going to be surprised by my score. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I think there's going to be people who would like it, like you said, because there's things to be said for it, and I think the fact that they do quite a bit with a more limited budget, but it really didn't it didn't work for me. So based on your reaction, Doc, what was your score for it?
Well, I thought I liked it more than you. My score was perfectly straight down the middle. I called it a 2.5, which is this is a watchable movie score.
Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't boring.
No, not at all. And I'm probably maybe I'm being a little too harsh, but I might be, but that's what I felt. I just felt kind of like,
you gotta do it. You gotta get the vibe.
Yeah, right. So 2.5. I'm embarrassed. But anyway, all right, Paul. There you go. That is our review of Killer Whale. We hope you enjoyed this review, and check out many others. You can like and subscribe, share with a friend.
Oh, you moved it already. It's gone.
I did. Every click helps us find another horror fan just like you, Paul. Let's get at it. Let's say good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Gruesome Magazine.